All right, so now with the motives and the means to accomplish exploration is actually going to begin in a somewhat unlikely candidate. Exploration is going to begin with Portugal. And one of the biggest reasons why it starts with Portugal is they are a small nation that lacked a lot of resources. And so their only opportunity to find new resources and expand was to turn to the sea. The other big reason why exploration begins in Portugal is leadership. Prince Henry of Portugal is going to support exploration and build a huge navigation school and develop better ships so that Portugal kind of gets a head start on everybody else. And they begin by venturing out and rediscovering some islands in the Atlantic, and then they begin to make their way down the west coast of Africa. And Bartholomew Diaz is going to sail along the west coast of Africa. They're going to set up trading posts along the way, and he's going to round that southern tip of Africa. And they're going to name it the Cape of Good Hope. And the waters were bad, and so they decided to turn back and go back to Portugal. But with his voyage, it became clear that a water route did exist to Asia, that they could get around Africa. And so about a decade later, Vasco da Gama is going to complete this voyage. He's going to round the tip of Africa, sail across the Indian Ocean, and reach India. And even on this very first voyage, it became clear that India was not interested in the trade goods that Europe had to offer. And so the only thing that Vasco da Gama and the Europeans afterwards really had to offer India, and Asia for that matter, was gold and silver. That was really the only thing they were interested in from Europe. But the Portuguese merchants are going to build a trading post at Calicut, and even this first voyage of Vasco da Gama was profitable. So then we get to Christopher Columbus. So Christopher Columbus was an Italian sailor, and he proposes this idea of sailing west to reach Asia. And he had kind of underestimated the size of the Earth, and obviously didn't know there were two large land masses between Europe and Asia. But he proposes this idea, and he finally gets Spain to agree to sponsor his voyages. And so Spain had just finished the Reconquista and retaking of Spain. And so in 1492, they're going to sponsor Columbus and his idea of finding his westward route to Asia. And so Columbus sets out and lands in the Caribbean, probably in the Bahamas, and believes that he had landed off the coast of Asia. That's why they referred to it as a West Indies and called the natives there Indians, and returns back to spread the news that he had found this westward route to Asia. And even on his later voyages, never knew that he had actually landed on a new continent. And so there is controversy and debate over whether or not Columbus can be credited with discovering the Americas. However, what you can't debate is that he definitely opened up the door to the future exploration of the Americas and helped establish links between the East and the West.